Good afternoon. This is All India Radio, and I'm Tanvi Tanita with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Bogibeel Bridge, India's longest rail-cum-road bridge over Brahmaputra in Assam in a short while from now. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel inducts 9 ministers in his cabinet. New cabinet of Madhya Pradesh government to be sworn in this afternoon. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee's birthday being celebrated as Good Governance Day. His Samadhi Sadaiv Atal dedicated to the nation. No proposal to alter the age criteria to appear in civil services examinations, says Minister of State in PMO Jitendra Singh. And Christmas, marking the birth of Jesus Christ, being celebrated across the globe. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate India's longest and Asia's second longest rail-cum-road bridge on the Brahmaputra in Assam in a short while from now. The 4.9-kilometre long bridge, known as Bogibeel Bridge, has a 2-line railway track on the lower deck and a 3-lane road on the top deck. It is situated 17 kilometres downstream of Dibrugarh city and is constructed at an estimated cost of around 5,900 crore rupees. Mr. Modi will also flag off the first passenger train over the bridge. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Bogibeel Bridge will be the lifeline of the northeastern part of the country and will facilitate connectivity between Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. It will save a lot of time both in terms of road and rail travel. It will also reduce Delhi to Dibrugarh train travel time by about 3 hours to 34 hours as against the present 37 hours. The bridge will enhance the national security of the eastern region by facilitating swift movement of defence forces and their equipment. Talking to AIR, Chief Engineer of the project, Mohinder Singh, said the bridge is India's only fully welded bridge and 80,000 tons of steel plates have been used.
ब्रिज का सबसे बड़ा खूबी ये है कि ये पूरी तरह से वेलिड स्ट्रक्चर है, जो कि इंडिया में इतना लंबा स्पैन के लिए रेल कम रोड में कभी नहीं बना। जो ब्रिज का वेलिड स्ट्रक्चर और कंपोजिट डिजाइन होने से हमारा 20% के करीब इसका बचत हुआ लागत में, जो कि ट्रेडिशनल गर्डर हम जो यूज करते हैं उससे कंपेयर का वेट 20% कम है। इस ब्रिज में हमने कोई रिवेट बोल्ट यूज नहीं किया, पूरा वेल्ड है, इसलिए मेंटेनेंस फ्री है।
Local people told AIR that they are very happy as the bridge will save a lot of their travel time.
सर ये ब्रिज बना बहुत सुविधा हुआ। हम लोग सोच नहीं रहे थे कि हम लोग यहाँ असम में ब्रिज ऐसा बन जाएगा, लेकिन बन के बहुत तैयार हो गया, बहुत अच्छा हुआ। पहले बहुत दिक्कत था सर, जाने आने के लिए भाड़ा भी ज्यादा लगता, समय से आने नहीं सक रहे थे, 1 दिन 2 दिन लग जाता आने जाने में। अभी तो हम लोग ऐसा हो गया कि हमारा उस पार काम है तो 1 घंटा में जाएंगे, काम करके अपना चला आएंगे, आराम से घर पहुँच जाएंगे।
The iconic Bogibeel Bridge is an architectural wonder and looks even more impressive as it spreads over the mighty Brahmaputra river. With Dipendra Kumar, Suparna Sekya, AIR News.
In Chhattisgarh, the 9-day-old Bhupesh Baghel cabinet has been expanded with the induction of 9 ministers. Governor Anandiben Patel administered the oath of office to the ministers at the ceremony held at Police Parade Ground in Raipur this morning. Muhammad Akbar, Ravindra Chaube, Shiv Deharia, Kawasi Lakhma, Anila Bhedia, Prem Sai Singh and Umesh Patel are among prominent legislators who were sworn in. Many senior Congress leaders, apart from Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel and Ministers T.S. Singh Dev and Tamradhwaj Sahu, attended the swearing-in ceremony. Mr. Baghel and the ministers were sworn in on the 17th of this month. Meanwhile, the new cabinet of the Madhya Pradesh government will be sworn in this afternoon. Governor Anandiben Patel will administer the oath of office and secrecy to the newly inducted ministers in Bhopal at 3 p.m. Our correspondent reports that Mr. Kamal Nath was sworn in as Chief Minister on the 17th of this month, 6 days after the Congress pulled a narrow victory over the BJP, which ruled the state for 15 years since 2003.
A week after Congress veteran Kamal Nath was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, he is going to constitute his cabinet for the first time. As per reports, Kamal Nath is likely to induct around 20 ministers in his cabinet. Party sources inform that the names of the ministers have been finalized, keeping in view regional and caste equations as well as general elections due next year. Experience has been given due consideration and first-time legislators would not be made ministers. The MLA of BSP, SP and independents supporting Congress may also find a place in the Council of Ministers. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has said a perpetual challenge before the government is to strengthen the agricultural sector. In an interview to All India Radio News on the state of the Indian economy, Mr. Jaitley said one of the mechanisms to address the challenge should be to introduce measures on enabling farmers to earn more, make more investments in rural infrastructure like irrigation, and provide purchase or income support to them. Mr. Jaitley said,
policy mechanisms have to be permanent to enable the farmers to earn more. And whatever support has to be given to them has to be given both in their quality of life and agriculture by the state itself. That is, you make life easier and make agriculture remunerative.
Tune in to the FM Gold channel at 9:30 tonight to listen to the interview in our year-end program series. The Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSMEs, has proposed to establish a governing council to ensure efficient delivery of all export-related interventions. The step is a part of its action plan to boost shipments from micro, small and medium enterprises. The Ministry has recommended a detailed analysis of various trade agreements, including free trade agreement, to identify areas of concern for MSMEs in the strategic action plan titled Unlocking the Potential of MSME Exports. The government has clarified that there is no proposal to alter the age criteria of eligibility to appear in civil service examinations. Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, Dr. Jitendra Singh, said in New Delhi that no such proposal is being considered by the centre.
किसी प्रकार का परिवर्तन करने का सरकार की ओर से ना कोई इस प्रकार का प्लान है, ना कोई योजना है, और यदि इस प्रकार की कोई अटकलें लगाई जा रही हैं तो उससे जो परेशानी या बेचैनी छात्रों में हो रही है वो निराधार है। इसमें किसी प्रकार से चिंता की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं। सिविल सर्विसेज की परीक्षा को लेकर के सरकार किसी तरह का क्राइटेरिया बदलाव करने की योजना नहीं रखती।
There were media reports recently suggesting that the centre may lower the upper age limit for entry into the civil services and the age may be brought down to 27 years for general category candidates in a phased manner by 2022-23. Currently, the upper age limit remains 32 years for candidates belonging to the general category. For candidates belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes categories, the upper age limit to appear for the exam remains 37 years. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee's birthday is being celebrated as Good Governance Day across the country today. The day was established in 2014 to honour the Bharat Ratna by fostering awareness among the people on accountability in governance and government. Several programs have been organised to mark the day. The Samadhi of Mr. Vajpayee, Sadaiv Atal, was dedicated to the nation today. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid floral tributes at the Samadhi this morning. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan, BJP veteran L.K. Advani, BJP President Amit Shah, several union ministers and family members of the late Prime Minister also paid their homage. More from our correspondent.
Emphasizing unity in diversity, stones from various parts of the country have been used in the construction of Samadhi near Rajghat in New Delhi. The central Samadhi platform comprises of 9 square blocks capped with a diya in the center. The number 9 holds significance and represents the Navrasas, Navratras and Navgrahas. The placement of the 9 square Samadhi is in a circular lotus-shaped pattern. The Samadhi has been completed by CPWD at a cost of over 10 crore rupees, and the entire cost of construction has been borne by the Atal Smriti Nyas Society. With Anupam Mishra, Gulshan Rawat, AIR News, Delhi.
The Uttar Pradesh government has organised several programs such as Kavi Sammelans, debates, poetry recitals and Rangoli competitions in the schools and colleges on the occasion. Speaking at a function in Lucknow, Home Minister Rajnath Singh said Atalji had the ability to remain available to each and every party worker even after becoming the Prime Minister.
कारगिल के युद्ध के बारे में भी कहा जा सकता है कि डॉक्टर अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी भारत की एक ऐसी शख्सियत थे जिन्होंने की युद्ध के मैदान में भी विजय प्राप्त की और कूटनीति के मैदान में भी विजय प्राप्त की.
President, Vice President and Prime Minister also took to Twitter to pay homage to Mr. Vajpayee. Information and Broadcasting Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore also paid tributes. Homage has also been paid to Mahamana Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya on his birth anniversary today. In international news, UK Security Minister Ben Wallace has warned that Al-Qaeda is planning to carry out terror attacks on passenger planes and airports in Britain. In an interview to a British newspaper, Mr. Wallace said Al-Qaeda is aspiring for aviation attacks and developing technology to bring down airlines. He said Al-Qaeda is pushing more and more plots towards Europe and have become familiar with the new methods. The warning comes after sightings of multiple drones at the Gatwick airport, which led to cancellation of several flights and triggered security concerns in the country. In Afghanistan, the death toll has risen to 43 in yesterday's suicide attack on a government compound in Kabul. The Health Ministry said 10 people were wounded in the attack on a site where the Ministry of Public Works and other offices are located. Gunmen had stormed the compound after detonating a car bomb at the entrance. Hundreds more were trapped inside the buildings as heavily armed security forces swarmed the area, engaging in a fierce gun battle with the attackers. Officials said at least 4 terrorists, including the suicide bomber, were killed. The death toll from the tsunami that hit the Indonesian islands has crossed 420, with more than 1,400 people injured. Thousands of people were left homeless when the waves smashed homes on coastal areas of western Java and southern Sumatra. The disaster agency said the toll climbed to 429 today and at least 128 were missing. Back home, it was a cold and foggy morning in Delhi today, with the visibility dropping down to 50 meters. Flight operations were disrupted and departures were put on hold for 2 hours at the Indira Gandhi International Airport due to low visibility. An official said 1 domestic and 3 international flights were diverted. The arrivals were, however, not stopped. Departure of flights was resumed later. Christmas, marking the birth of Jesus Christ, is being celebrated across the globe today. Thousands of pilgrims flocked to Bethlehem, the birthplace of Lord Christ, for the celebrations. Pope Francis led a service in St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican for the traditional Christmas Eve Mass. He called on people in developed countries to live a simpler and less materialistic life. Reports of Christmas celebrations are also pouring in from different parts of the country. In Nagaland, people thronged the churches since morning to celebrate the day. Our correspondent has filed this report.
All over the state, people welcome Christmas through various decorations in the streets and at their homes, with the Christmas songs filling the air. People are seen visiting close ones and relatives, extending greetings and exchanging gifts, Christmas cakes and cards. Also, various groups and individuals visited hospitals and orphanages, distributing food and clothing as a mark of Christmas love and sharing. The celebration commenced last night as youth were engaged in campfires in colonies and travelers moved around in groups wishing Merry Christmas. In a message, Governor of Nagaland, P.B. Acharya, said, Christmas is a season of great joy and a time for remembering the past and hoping for the future. Asono AIR News, Kohima.
President, Vice President and Prime Minister have greeted the people on the occasion. On to sports. In the Premier Badminton League, Hyderabad Hunters will take on Chennai Smashers at Hyderabad today. The match will begin at 7 p.m. Olympic silver medalist PV Sindhu star of Hyderabad had won their opening tie against Pune 7 Aces 5-0 on Saturday. For Chennai, this will be their first match of the tournament. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Bogibeel Bridge, India's longest rail-cum-road bridge over Brahmaputra in Assam in a short while from now. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel inducts 9 ministers in his cabinet. New cabinet of Madhya Pradesh government to be sworn in this afternoon. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee's birthday being celebrated as Good Governance Day. His Samadhi, Sadaiv Atal, dedicated to the nation. No proposal to alter the age criteria to appear in civil services examinations, says Minister of State in PMO Jitendra Singh. And Christmas marking the birth of Jesus Christ being celebrated across the globe. And with that, we end the Midday News.